Hi, I'm a single mom and I'm starting. I never thought I'm gonna be a single mom, and I live in New York. I work full time, I work very long hours just to survive, just to pay my rent and to pay for daycare, which is 2,200 a month. Daycare, and that's a cheap one. I live in Harlem. I'm starting to make these videos because I never thought I'm gonna be a single mom. I wanted to, I wanted love. I wanted to be married. Here's my daughter. Here's my almost 11 months daughter. I'm starting to make these videos because I don't have anybody that I can reach out to. I feel very isolated. I don't have family in America, in New York. I have my dad, he lives in Brooklyn, we're not close. And I never thought I'm gonna be a single mom, and here I am. And I'm just working full time, and I come home and I'm with a baby, and we still have sleepless nights. We wake up twice a night. I feed her, then I get up at 5:30, 6 a.m. and I go to work. I'm at work at 8 a.m. I finish work at 5:30. I get home, go to daycare, pick her up, walk my dog with her and her. We live on the 6th floor walk up in Harlem, which is very heavy for me to carry her. And so it's been really, really tough. Sorry. It's been really, really, really tough, and I'm making these videos. I live in New York. I'm making these videos because I'm started to make this video because I'm hopeless in some sense. I feel a sense of desperation, and I feel, does it ever get better? I never, ever, ever thought I'm gonna be a single mom. I wanted love. I wanted to get married. I fell in love with my daughter's dad. And we talked about getting married, being together forever. We planned this baby, and after she was 4 months, he couldn't handle it, and now he lives in Kentucky. He's not with us, and I'm alone. I live on the 6th floor walk up in Harlem. I support my daughter. I support my dog, who's 12 years old. And this first video I wanted to dedicate to what is love, and I just want to say that I really wanted love, and I think maybe that's what got me in trouble, because I really wanted it, meaning that I was almost desperate for it. And in this first video, I want to talk about love, and I want to, love for me. I think after this experience with the baby, I always thought love is just like beautiful, Romeo and Juliet, two good-looking people, or, two beautiful people fall in love, and it's so beautiful, and they understand each other, and they really understand each other's soul. They play music together. It's just, they almost like touch the stars, and it's something very special. And after this experience, to me, love is something that is totally different. Now I feel love is when you don't betray somebody that you love. You don't betray them, and when you don't betray them in those extremely tough times, when you have no money, when you have no hope, when you are exhausted, when you feel like you at the end of the rope, yet you don't leave that person, you don't betray them, you stay by their side, you don't give up on them when they down, you don't give up on them when they have cancer. My mother, she was in love, with this man who, from the Netherlands. That was her second marriage, and he took her to the Netherlands. My mother's a gorgeous woman, opera singer, very, very educated, very interesting woman, sexy woman, gorgeous. I mean, everything that a man could desire. And this man fell in love with her in the Netherlands, and he adored her. He married her. He brought her to the Netherlands from Ukraine. And they were married for 10 years, and the marriage was good. He treated her. They went to vacation. They traveled all over the world, you know. And then suddenly she got cancer. She got ill. And when she got ill, he did take care of her, but it's a weird, I don't even know how to describe it. He took care of her, but at the same time, he would be very, he would get tired, I guess, of taking care of somebody with cancer. And, you know, he did take care of her. He did kind of root for her, but then he kind of started telling her to give up the fight. And I don't know if it's cultural, but like in Ukraine, if you love somebody, you don't give up. Like you fight till you die. You know, you don't give up. It's like the worst thing you can do. And at the end of her life, like at the end, like when she was dying, I think he was actively looking for other women. And I think he almost was so tired that he wanted her to die in a way. And I'm not judging him, or I'm not, because he did take care of her. She was with him for 3 years when she was ill. I understand, you know, he was probably very overwhelmed. But the point is that every time I would visit her, and I wasn't there through the whole illness. So again, I was in the United States, but I would visit her, and I would go pretty often when she was ill. I would go to Netherlands, and every time I would see him, he would tell me, you know, I just want you to be prepared that your mother will die, that, you know, she's not going to survive this. And I would fight for him. And I was like, why are you telling this to me? She's going to make it. She's going to make it. And to her, he would tell her that she's going to make it. But to me, he kind of admitted that he knew that the chances were very low. And maybe he was protecting himself. But what I know, that this beautiful love story and marriage for 10 years, sorry, my daughter. Beautiful love story and marriage for 10 years ended with my mother dying, and this guy, she was still alive, and he was making already funeral invitations. And I think he was flirting maybe with other women. I know that the minute she died, he found himself in a few weeks a different woman. He married her. So what is love? I mean, this guy professed that my mother is the love of his life. Yet when she died, in a couple of weeks, he found himself a new love of his life, and someone to marry, and someone to love, and to travel, and again, do all the things that he did with my mother. So what is love? Is love, it's fake? Is it just like, okay, I need somebody to travel the world with me, and if you are healthy, we're gonna travel the world together, and if you're fucking ill, I'll exchange you for a new wife who's pretty, and so we can travel the world together. I mean, is that what love is? And it seems, I mean, it broke my heart. My mother was dying. She didn't die yet. She was dying. She was in the bed. He came in with a garbage bag. He collected all of her pills, and he said she won't need them anymore, and he threw them out. My mother scheduled euthanasia. She was in the Netherlands. Because she couldn't eat, she couldn't drink, she couldn't do anything. It was very painful. She was very, very brave. Euthanasia is basically when you kill yourself, but with, you know, it's like but the doctor comes in with a syringe and kills you. And I know in the United States we feel like maybe it's the more humane way to die, and it's not allowed in the United States, but in Netherlands it is allowed, and I know it's probably a humane way, but I was there. It's the scariest thing ever. It's like your parent is alive, and you talk to them, and then the doctor comes in and he gives her a shot, and your parent is dead within seconds. I was screaming, I was crying. On top of my lung, I felt like they killed my mom, and I still miss her, and I regret it. I wish I could have saved her. I know there's still many thoughts. What if she didn't do euthanasia? Maybe a miracle would have happened. I know it's wishful thinking, but she didn't deserve to die this way, where 3 years she was struggling, and then she was in pain, and she couldn't eat, and she couldn't sleep, and she couldn't walk, and she couldn't go to the bathroom. And her husband, she was still alive. He made funeral invitation for everyone, and he collected her pills and he threw it out in the garbage. And he dealt very, very well with her funeral. It was like a show. I just want to tell you, if this is love, I don't want to die. I don't want to be sick with cancer when my husband is throwing all my things away while I'm still alive, and he's preparing, he's clearing the room while I'm still alive. So that's not love in my eyes. You know, all these beautiful travels, and when you're healthy and everything is great, it's easy to do. Okay, it's easy to do. It's hard to be with someone with cancer. When I met my daughter's dad, I told him this story, and he said, even when you have cancer, I will never leave you. Of course, he left us the minute things got very difficult. The minute my daughter didn't sleep all night, she woke up every 2 hours. She was, the first 3 months it was hell. None of us slept. He couldn't handle it. He was very irritable. There's no sex between the couple. There's no love. All the two people do is take care of the baby, and the baby is like this animal that doesn't smile at you, doesn't know who you are. They just cry. They communicate by crying. And there's another story, very famous Russian story. It's about these two very good-looking people. It's a true story. It was on the show. The girl looks like a model, 19 years old. The guy is very handsome. He's 20, and they fell in love. This beautiful couple. They were posting pictures on Instagram, like this beautiful love story between beautiful, two good-looking people. And one day, the guy, they got like kind of fan base. People were like, wow, so in love. That's so beautiful. When you see these two gorgeous people that are kissing in love, like Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin, and it's like so gorgeous, and you're like, wow, this is real love. They got into a car accident. The girl was in the coma. The guy did something wrong. He made a wrong turn, or he was speeding. They got into a car accident. The girl was in the coma. She lost her vision. Her physical appearance has changed. The guy, nothing happened to him. He walked out the same way. So what happened is she was in a coma. He was visiting her in the hospital. It was his fault that they got into an accident. He was visiting in the hospital for the first 6 months. Her physical appearance has changed. She doesn't look anymore like a model. She lost her eyesight, her memory. She lost her memory. He visited her for 6 months, and then he stopped. He left her. She looks nothing like what she looked like before. This beautiful, gorgeous girl. So what is love? I mean, yeah, it was easy to love a beautiful girl when she was like a model, gorgeous love story, two people. But when she was in a coma, when she is not the same, when her physical appearance has changed, the guy, after 6 months, he left her, and he never visited her again. So I think my idea of love has changed. I don't care anymore about all of these, physical appearance or everything that's superficial, because like I said, love is like what I envision. If I marry a partner, or I'm with someone and they have cancer or they're terminally ill, I'll be there with them. I mean, that's, God forbid, but I don't see myself betraying them or saying, hey, this is too hard of a life. I'm going to go again into a fantasy world where I can meet somebody again, good looking, and somebody that I can have great sex with, and somebody that it's Instagram-like love. And so what is love? So I feel very disappointed in love. I'm making this video. I want to connect to other women. Like I said, I never thought I'm going to be a single mom. I thought this is the love of my life. I thought we're going to have a beautiful wedding. I'm a very ordinary woman when it comes to that. I just wanted to be married. I want to be a mother. I wanted to have kids. I wanted to take care of my husband. I wanted to make good meals. I wanted to, besides, I wanted to be a musician. Besides all the other dreams, my also dream was to take care of the family and be a good wife and be a good mom and teach my kids and be a friend to my husband and be a good partner and have a nice home. All these dreams, none of them, they're all gone. And I don't even know how to go on. And here I am, a single mom with a baby and a dog. I was walking my daughter and a dog outside it, and this woman said, "Damn, girl, a baby and a dog? Like, you crazy?" And I'm like, yeah, a baby and a dog. I can't betray Marshall. My dog has been with me for 12 years. I have to take care of him, and a baby and a dog, 6th floor walk up. So this first video is dedicated to what is love, and I guess I wanted to reach out to other people, and I wanted to see how you feel and where you are, and if you could share your stories. And I want to connect to other women that are going through the same thing, and I'd like to make friends and be part of maybe a community.